This is all about today's tutorial where we have learned about using converters in plant simulation tutorial and understood its properties, understood how to customize that based on different type of SKUs, right? And we looked into different ways of customizing that. Are you looking for simulation support and simulation training? Visit Leansimcorp.com and here you will be getting different support related to Flexsim simulation and related to Flexsim training. Do not forget to be a member of Leansimcorp and get exciting member benefits starting from Flexsim tutorials to different modules and much more. So visit now Leansimcorp.com and be a member. Hello guys, welcome to another grand interesting video on your Leansimcorp channel. And in this today's video, we are going to learn about understanding and creating, converters in plant simulation. Okay, so converters are nothing but it acts as what I can say a turntable. It can act as elevators. It acts as diverters. In the conveyor systems. And it is very important in order to use that in simulation environment because you can replicate the actual plant process by using the converters, and helping you get analysis more and more better. But while you are building the simulation model, how it has to be created in Plantsim, what are the properties you need to take care about, what are the things you need to change, how you need to customize it, that is all what we are going to look in this today's tutorial of plant simulation. If you are new to our channel, do not forget to hit subscribe, like and share the video with your friends so that we can have more and more people joining our plant simulation community. So before I move ahead, I will also request you to visit our website Leansimcorp.com where we have a lot of exciting premium content bought just for you. Have a look at that. So this is a model you can see, and we are going to have two types of MUs or SKUs which are running onto these systems. Blue colors goes onto this conveyor and red colors are moving onto this conveyor. We are going to look into how that thing is going to be created, okay, in this today's tutorial. So let us create that. So I'm going to create a new model frame, and for that new model frame, what we are supposed to do is let us bring in some of the systems into the play. So you need to first add the source in the system, and then you need to add a station into the system, and then we will add a conveyor which is going to be taken care by the system. Okay, so let me add the conveyor in the system here. So here comes the conveyor. Now we will add the converter, and you need to take the conveyor from the system out there. I'm just making this straight. Okay, so there is a problem. Let me just delete this and let me add a converter here. Okay, a straight converter, some of this length, and then we will have another conveyor being taken care. Okay, so we'll add another conveyor out into the system which is going to be ahead of this, right? And then we are going to have another conveyor which is basically going to take place from here to here. Okay, so let us add another conveyor from here to here, and here comes our conveyor, and you can see that. So we have the conveyor, converter in middle. We have the conveyors onto both of the ends. Now we have to see how we are going to send the items to the respective conveyors. Okay, so I'm going to add a sink out there at the end of the both conveyors. You need to add that. So we are adding the sink to both of the conveyor ends, and here is our model ready. Now if I just reset and run the simulation, let us run this with a slow speed, and probably I should be able to see the part moving if my source is connected to the station. Okay, so the source is not connected to the station yet. Probably now this is connected to the station, and here comes our part. Okay, and you can see it is going straight, right? For the converters, you need to understand some of the important properties out here. Let us go inside that and understand that. The current strategy is default exit, okay? And when you come into this times, we are going to have a moving time. This is the next very important thing you need to have a look into. Here you can mention the times for the systems which are there in industries like elevators or the conveyors which rise and then lower, or rise, turn and then lower down. So these timings you could include in this property window of converters, so that the moving time, the cycle time and all these things can be taken care into. Coming back to the main attributes now, when you look at the strategy, here we are having all these different types of strategies based on which you can decide how the converter should function. If you're looking for Flexsim simulation support, or looking for training courses related to simulation, or if you're looking for digital twin solutions, or you're looking for engineering automation, you're on a right page. Visit Leansimcorp.com and be a member now to get access and support in all these domains. But let us talk about the default one, okay? And if you want to understand more about converter, you can go in this question mark thing. But what I want to do tell you is that the 0 default is going to be the straight one, that is from left to right. If I am going to make this as 3, I will show you how that becomes functional. So this is our converter, right? And when I make it 3, it is going to go onto this conveyor upwards. Okay, all the parts are going to go upwards into that direction, and they are going to go into that sink. Okay, so if I just look at this sink, I'm going to get the entries out here. Okay, I am not going to get any part in this sink, right? So 3 is going to be your top conveyor, 0 is going to be this one, okay, 1 is going to be this one, and 2 is going to be the back one. So these details you will get at the question mark which I mentioned. You can understand more about the converters there. But we need to now create an instance just like we created behind, right, where we have these 2 parts moving onto the system. 2 different types of color parts moves, one goes top, one goes bottom. So like based on the type of the SKUs, I can send parts up and down. Now let us create a part which we can use that in our model to be created. So I go here and I duplicate this part and I duplicate this part here. Okay, by duplicating the parts, I will open a window of the part and I rename this, say what I can say, pen. Okay, a pen, and I'll make this as a cap. Okay, so we have 2 items now. I have a pen, I have a cap. I need to change the color of the pen, so I need to right click on that and go into edit properties, and I'll go in the appearance, check this material active and make this what I can say pen color as say green. Okay, and for the cap, let me change the color so we can differentiate the property parts moving on to the conveyors. So I'll just change the color of this to probably some very different. Let's make this way. Okay, now we need to add a data table and parameterize our source, and for that we are going to go in the information flow. We are going to drag in the data table out here, and you can see when you double click and open the data table, this is how the data table will look like. You need to go into the source and you need to go and select here, into the models, into the model 1. You are supposed to see add that what I can say the data table, but we don't see the data table here, right? Why? Because the data table was not added onto there. So I will again go here and check. Now I have a data table, and then when I select it, I'll go back in model 1. I have a data table. How this data table came here now is I just dragged this and pushed it onto the source, and it got linked to the source. Okay, now this data table we will just add pen as our first SKU and cap as the second SKU, and change the quantity of those to 2 and 2. Okay, and let us go to the model and let's see whether that is working or not. Okay, so I just reset it and run, and I see that it's going, but again we didn't add any of the condition to these conveyors yet, right? So we got this pen and the caps are coming from behind. If you see, right, if you hover it, you will see the cap. Now let us customize the converter here. By coming here in the default exit, you need to select MU name. Okay, and you need to check this and go to the open list here. Here you need to type that if it is a pen, right, it should go straight. Okay, but if it is a cap, right? If it is a cap, it should go onto my top end, and that is what we have applied the property. Now let us see that the caps which comes later this should go to the top and the pen should go straight. Okay, so you see the pens are going on straight and the caps coming behind would go to the top conveyor going to this sink out there. Okay, so now in the next tutorial of plant simulation we will be understanding about how to use angular converters. So that would help us to basically act it as like a turntable, right? And that is what we're going to look into the next tutorial. Do not miss that tutorial, guys. See you then in the next video. Till then, keep simulating, keep watching Leansimcorp. Bye bye.